Stanley was sitting in the office, desperately trying to find at least one clue to the greatest mystery that he wanted to solve. His mother disappeared when he was only 12. It was strange that there were never any scandals or quarrels in their family. But one day, going to the farm, his mother Rebecca simply disappeared, leaving her husband and child. Organized searches have not yielded any results. This pain haunted Stanley for many years. This is why he decided to work as a policeman when he grew up. He was determined to find his mother, dead or alive, by all means. The fact is that he had a birthmark in the form of a heart on his arm, exactly the same as his mother had. Therefore, she could be easily identified. Stanley's thoughts were interrupted by a knock on the door. It was his assistant Megan, who said that a baby was found abandoned at the train station. It was brought to the police by two homeless women. Stanley drove to the scene and questioned the police officer from the station. But the man could not remember any details. Except one thing, there was a birthmark in the form of a heart on the arm of one of the women. Hearing this, Stanley turned pale. It could not be a mere coincidence. Perhaps the child was brought by his mother. But why did she look like a homeless person? He had to find this woman. Stanley called his father and told him what had happened. "Listen, son, your mother disappeared many years ago. Maybe she just doesn't want to be found." However, Stanley was not going to give up. But first, it was necessary to send the child to an orphanage. Seeing Megan handling the baby, Stanley felt some new feeling inside him. Needless to say, he always liked the assistant, but he did not dare to have an affair at work. He decided to focus on finding these women. To do this, he went to the volunteer center to make inquiries. Employees of the organization identified the women and reported that they lived in an abandoned van at the end of the street. Stanley was getting ready for the meeting, but as he pulled up to the trailer, he couldn't help it. "Mom, it's me. I've been looking for you for so long." At first, the woman seemed puzzled, but then something flashed in her eyes. "Son, you've grown so much." When emotions subsided a little, she told Stanley her story. Being married to Stanley's father, she fell in love with a local businessman and ran away with him. However, after separating with her lover, she did not dare to return to her family. So she was alone, and soon she was robbed and severely beaten. Luckily, a woman picked her up and brought her to this van. As a result of the beating, she lost her memory and did not remember anything about herself. Hearing all this, Stanley immediately called his father. He had forgiven his wife long time ago and accepted her back. Upon returning to the police station, Stanley got another piece of news. Megan told him that she had decided to adopt the child. Tears welled up in the eyes of the young man, and he warmly embraced his assistant. He had no idea that the girl was also secretly in love with him, so the young people got married, and with the adoption of the baby, they made a real family.